Hi, I'm doing a video about the Spectra S2 Plus. I used this with my daughter for about 7 months and it worked pretty well for us. I like that it has its own light here up at the top, so you can turn that off or on. It just gives you a little bit of light if you're pumping in the dark so you can see the controls. I also liked how quiet it is. If I turn it on, this is the lowest setting that you would use before your letdown. So you can hear it just barely humming there. There's actually 12 settings for the letdown. And then once you would see milk, then you would press this button and it would go into the regular pumping mode. And there's 5 different settings for that. This would be the most powerful, the loudest. And this would be the most gentle. I want to say I used it like on a 4 most of the time. I don't think I used it full power. So it could have given me a little more juice if I wanted it to. But you just adjust it to your comfort level. I also like that the machine remembers your settings. So if you turn it off and then you turn it back on again, it would remember where you left it for each setting. I honestly never figured out what the cycles were supposed to do. It didn't seem to change anything for me. It didn't really need to. These are the tubes. Just turn it off. These are the tubes that connect. They're pretty flexible, rubber. They weren't super long, which I wasn't that happy with. I think you could easily replace them with longer tubes if you wanted to. The hospital gave me some longer ones that fit, but the tubing was more stiff, and I like this soft rubber feel, so I just kept using these. If you want to only pump one side at a time, you can plug this cap in, and then it gives you suction on just one side. These are what it came with. I believe it was only one size of the flange or whatever you call it. But it worked pretty well for me. These bottles are also interchangeable with the Philips Avent bottles. So if you want a bigger bottle or more bottles, these would screw right on. I can show you what it looks like when you disassemble it. I'm going to pause here. Never mind my daughter in the background. So this just unscrews, and then you could screw on a different bottle. If you want to clean it, this part here just pops off. You take the tube off, and this just comes off pretty easy. So then this is it down to its basic form here with all the pieces detached. This part also comes apart, which I'll have to pause again so I can use both hands, but it has 3 pieces that you need to take apart if you want to clean it fully. So there's these pieces. This one just goes over this piece, and then they go together like this. I honestly didn't clean this out every time. I did at first, and then I realized that it really doesn't get that dirty. If I'd see like condensation or milk collecting, then I'd rinse it out. But this part really didn't get into your milk supply. So this is the part that I clean every time. It's really easy, you just rinse it. And then of course the bottles. They have little indicators in milliliters or ounces. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. That's basically all I can think of that really would matter. It did come with a cord, which was pretty long. I never really wished it was any different than it was. Yeah, overall I would say I was pretty happy with it.